All right, Fruit, aka Killah. Glad to have you on Cam Capone News.
Hey man, I appreciate being here.
Yeah, for sure, man. So we heard you have a really interesting story. You know, you've grown up in Memphis. You know, you've been around a lot. You know, the most thing that we'll be talking about during the interview is your time in the feds. Recently, you were in there with Pooh Shiesty. But I
Right.
kind of want to just take it back a little bit and get to know you a little bit better for the fans who might not know who you are.
Okay.
So, where'd you grow up at? I'm from Memphis. What part of Memphis?
I grew up in North Memphis, you know what I'm saying? It was a project, Actually, the real name was Old Mountain, but everybody called it Scutterfield. So, that's what it's known for in Memphis, you know what I'm saying?
What was it like growing up there?
I mean, it was the projects, back in the day, it ain't like how it is now because they tore down all our projects, but it was really love, but then we got into it, but it was love when we came together, you know what I'm saying, as a whole project, you feel me?
Okay, was it rough there? Was there a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
violence going on at the time?
I mean, you had to like when I first, growing up and stuff, you know what I'm saying, it was South Memphis, North Memphis, you know what I'm saying, that thing that was going on. But as you got older, the gangs started, taking over, you know what I'm saying, for vice lords and GDs. You feel me? The Crips and the Blood kind of came later, but it was GDs and vice lords that was in my city.
A lot of GDs and vice lords. Okay, so a lot of dudes from Chicago were going down there and creating their own chapters over there.
I mean, I ain't gonna say they were creating it. I mean, you had a few that were just got kicked out of Chicago or something, you know what I'm saying? But it was some real G's, it was some real vice lord that actually came down from Chicago and got that blessing to start something down here.
And what were you like in school?
I mean, shit. I mean, I ain't even finished, I ain't finished the 8th grade, you know what I'm saying? It took me to go to prison to get my GED and stuff like that there, try to, live a little better, you know how that go.
How old were you when you first got arrested?
Oh man, shit. I mean, I say when I first got arrested, probably about 11 years old. My mama had to come down there to Juvenile and get me out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, can you talk about what it was for?
I mean, when I first started, you'd be actually we were living in the Williams and stuff it called King Gate now, you know what I'm saying? Uh we were living over there and I was jumping on the train and stuff, going places and then stealing and stuff out of the stove stuff and they ended up locking me up one time. So many times I did got tired, called the police on me and there it was, you know what I'm saying? My first time ever getting locked up as a juvenile.
Okay, what happened in the 8th grade that made you not want to go to school anymore?
I mean, 8th grade, I was actually living in Alabama then. You know what I'm saying? My mama had got tired of me. Something up there with my daddy. Uh, man, when I went up there, I was in school and then everything, started getting into the gang stuff up there. Cause they had gangs too, you know what I'm saying? Uh, and man, it was a little city, Huntsville, Alabama. It was a little city at the time. It didn't grow now. But I kind of went down there with a different mentality than them. They were like more like country boy. And I ended up blowing the scene and shot 2 dudes and, I ended up going to prison.
Okay, so in the 8th grade, this happens, and how much time do you get?
I mean, I had got 10 years, but down there 3 years, 4 months, that's all you had to do to complete your 10-year sentence. You know what I'm saying? If you got in trouble in there and stuff like that, there you can end up pushing your date all the way back to 10 years, you know what I'm saying? But you don't get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? It's 3.5 years. And that's what I did. I mean, I stayed out of trouble, got out and ended up, there you go again, got locked up again.
Now, when you got locked up, did they try you as an adult or did they try you as a minor?
Nah, they tried me it was a serious, they call it SJO, it's a serious juvenile offender. You know what I'm saying? When they saw me, it was first at like a teenage boot camp, which was in Mount Meigs. It was called Mount Meigs in outskirts of Montgomery, Alabama. And I ended up going in there, getting in trouble, ran away from there, and boom, sent me to the big league, and that was over with. You know what I'm saying? I did 3.5 years.
What was prison like for you? Because I mean, you're only 16. You're only 16 at the time. You're
Yeah,
young.
yeah, man. Prison, I mean, you know, I can't say you can get trained for prison. If you go in there, you know, do your thing, be yourself, you know, you can get up out of there pretty cool, you know what I'm saying? That's how I was. A lot of people come in there, want to beat somebody else or act like they hard, you know, and that motherfucker gonna try you feel what I'm saying? They want a name, you know what I'm saying? These dudes wake up every morning, you know, with bullshit on their mind, you know, shit, you waking up and there it is, you turn over and you got a dude over there jacking off, something like that there because he is a woman in the booth, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, jacking off on the women, you know, you waking up to this type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Men laying with other men, you know, hey, penitentiary is rough. It can do something on a younger mind. But, you know, with me, it really didn't even change nothing because I was so used to it, like, coming up, you know, I seen dead bodies in my projects. So, you know, as far as just prison, it's just like I got to adapt to it, you know what I'm saying? And after that, there, I was steady going to prison, you know, getting out. I think I stayed out probably 3 years to the most, 4 years to the most when I went to Chicago with my cousin, you know what I'm saying? And that's probably as
Did you
long as
get
I
into
stayed.
a lot of fights when you were in there?
Oh, yeah, yeah. You know, you going to get in fights. I mean, I don't know nobody that don't get in fights in prison, you know, unless you ain't
What was your first fight you got into?
Uh, I mean, I done had a lot of fights, man, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if a person just disrespect me, then, you know, yeah, I go into it then. But far as, you know, fighting, like prison, I was actually like a nice person. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really on that fighting shit. If I fight you, yeah, we gonna fight one on one if we from the same city or I know you, you know what I'm saying? But as far as just fighting with somebody I don't know, because, you know, friends get to fighting in prison, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get tired of shit, you know what I'm saying? Just want to blow some steam, you feel me? It's called gladiating, you know what I'm saying? We gonna knuckle up, get through, fix us a chi-chi, which is a noodle and some chips or something, and we gonna eat and talk about it, you feel me? And that's what it is, and then ride for each other if something else happen. That just, you know, you have them type of relationships, you know what I'm saying? If our friends in prison, you got someone that gonna stab you in your back in prison. I mean, you know, it teaches you a lot in prison. You can be a man, a boy, and grow into a man, or you can be a boy and come out something way totally different. You know what I'm saying? Thinking you something else. You feel me? So you know, it either gonna make you or break. You feel me?
Did you get tested early on while you were in
I
prison?
mean, yeah, you know, I mean, as a youngster, when I was coming through 201, you know what I'm saying, out of county jail, yeah, I got tested. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was dudes that you know, come up to me, man, where you from? Man, I'm North Memphis, you know what I'm saying? That's when that was going on, you know, before the gang stuff took over. And I'm from North Memphis. Oh, man, you know, this South Memphis over here, West. It is what it is, you fam? And shit, we go to fighting, and shit, it is what it is. One of us got to move, or one of us, we're going to come to a conclusion that here it is. So, yeah, I got tested just being from where I'm from, you know what I'm saying, on this side of town.
Yeah, just the question is like being young and going in prison. Does that kind of make you a victim? Like, do you think some of the older guys they seek out younger guys to try to test them to see? I mean, as far as like because people got they when they talk about prison and young guys going in, they like, man, do they try to test you and turn you into a punk? Do you see any of that goes on?
I mean, I'm gonna tell you, like when I first started going to prison, like I said, that was the late '90s. So you know, when I first started, yeah, Alabama, they was on some, yeah, they was like, you know, trying to put the dick on young boys, you know what I'm saying, screaming friend, but they were trying to fuck something, you feel me? It was older heads then, you know what I'm saying? The younger heads that come in, you know, they just gotta, you know, I mean, some people take a liking to you, some people don't. Some people try you. I guess it'd be the way that you look, the way that you act, the way you carry yourself. But yeah, I seen it, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I done seen motherfucker rape another man in you know, right there in Alabama, right there at the intake thing. So, you know, I mean, I done seen it. It didn't really just do nothing to me mentally, you know, cause like I said, I guess I was the type of person that just look at stuff and just, you know, shit happen, you know, long as it ain't with me, you feel me?
How many times do you think you've seen or heard about somebody being raped?
Like I said early on in my doing time, going to prison, yeah. But now that ain't what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? Not down here in the South. I don't know about anywhere else of the globe, but like South, we ain't on no raping stuff. You feel what I'm saying? You know, they actually, you know, if you get have sex, that cause you wanted to have sex. You know what I'm saying? That was just in you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but you don't see that now. It's more gangs take over the prison now. You feel me? And gangs ain't on that homosexual shit. So you know, yeah, it don't be too much raping unless you get to going to the feds. You might catch, you know, like them guys DC and Baltimore up that way. You know what I'm saying? They were like the only one that was on that type of thing. Be real with you, man.
Damn, bro. That's what everybody says about DC, man.
I mean,
I don't know what to say, bro.
You know, I mean, it's just real. They ain't ashamed of it. I'm sure enough ain't ashamed to tell it. You feel what I'm saying? That's what y'all was on. You know, them niggas gonna be on boot. They on booty up there. You feel what I'm saying? Go to the Fed, they trying to fuck something. Some of them be fucking each other, you know what I mean? Shit, but, you know, DC was, I fuck with them cause, you know what I'm saying? They were like, what that boy on the wire, like that, the homosexual dude that played on the wire. They were more like gangster punks, you know what I'm saying? Cause there's a lot of them, yeah, gangster punk. They would, yeah, they, you know, they'll get on your ass now. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, they ain't
Literally get on your ass.
yeah, they ain't to be fucked with. You know, I shoot that out to DC. You know what I'm saying? They were handling their business in the Fed. You know, don't get you know you ain't gotta get nothing but a handful of them on the compound, and they ready to turn up. You feel what I'm saying? So. You know, but yeah.
From what I understood, I thought DC they populated the jail. They in the federal system. There's more DC guys in the federal system than anything, according to like the jurisdiction where DC is located.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for real, you know, cause they don't have no what they say, like a state prison, I guess, you know what I'm saying? And everybody there, everything there is like federal. So, you know, they come to the feds and they be up in there. Yeah, they populate in there, you know what I'm saying? DC, Baltimore, Maryland, you know, they stick together, you know. In the feds anyway. You don't see them. I don't know about no state, but the feds, they gonna populate the prison.
Okay, well, when was the first time you caught your first Fed case?
The first time was 2004. Yeah, that was 2004. Yeah, I got caught with Pilsen, you know, Pilsen dope, and I was already a convicted felon. You know what I'm saying? At that time, now I ain't had no money. You know what I'm saying? I was really like just a street dude, just hustling. You know, when I say money, youngster with $1,000, I can just really. But nah, I was out there. You know what I'm saying? Broke. You know what I'm saying? But I was hustling. You know what I'm saying? And when you get caught, I got caught with, you know what I'm saying, Pilsen. And shit, 2001. I was up there in Chicago, living in Chicago, and stayed out a few years. In 2004, come back to Memphis, and boom, they kicked in the door, and over there on Fifth and Killah in North Memphis, there's some apartments. They kicked in the door on me. You know, dude came in confidential informant, tried to sell me a Pilsner, and they locked me up for the Pilsner he tried to sell me. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Okay, now this brings us to your latest Fed bid. When did you start your latest Fed bid?
Okay, my latest Fed bid, this last one, I've been out 3 years. I went in 2000 and when I go 2016, I got out of prison. I got out of Mississippi prison in 2016. So I'm gonna say 2017, I want to say.
Okay, and can you tell us what that was for?
For the same thing, pistol and dope, you know what I'm saying? Because I always sold dope and had to keep a pistol with me from, you know, Memphis, you know, we ain't playing out here, man. You feel what I'm saying? Shit.
Okay, so now you catch this case, and this is, you know, you're in there for a few years, and I want to say around 2021, Pooh Shiesty shows up, or you get word that Pooh Shiesty is coming.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what they'll say, you got plenty of celebrities in Memphis, you know, plenty of celebrities that's in the feds, you know, from all over the city. Now, Pooh Shiesty, he come, we find out, you know what I'm saying, they like, hey, man, you know, Shiesty finna come on the compound, you know what I'm saying, so, okay, we like, all right, so they holler at me, You know, and I had a little partner in Lil Reese where, you know, we probably talk about him later. That's my guy, you know what I'm saying? But him and Pooh Shiesty were beefing from on the street, you know what I'm saying? His clique and Pooh Shiesty clique. So, you know, it was a little steam now. But
What's the name of that clique?
Man, these the young cliques, man. We got thousands of them out here. I can't even think of the name of them, but I know, you know, it's Chopper Gang, them, you know, that's Shiesty, them, you know. You know, Shiesty he got a lot of people he real, as far as the youngsters out here, yeah, they love him. But, you know, yeah, he come through the Fed, come down through there, we meet him. We talking to him. I'm actually talking to him because, you know, I was kind of, you know, head of the car, you know, the spokesman, which they say, try to keep everything down between other states, you know what I'm saying? If we ain't got to go to war, we ain't going to go to war. But if we do, you know, hey, it's time to go. But we end up talking to Shiesty. My partner Reese, he wanted get a one-on-one with him. And, you know, most time it going to, you know, be nice, but, you know, we the homies. You know, we up on the Memphis car, you know. Shit, so I end up now, we finna get on some money tip, you know what I'm saying? You know, Shiesty here. So, you know, hey, you see how they acting around here. Motherfucker trying to get autographs. I'm tripping. I'm like, damn, you know. I mean, dude is actually just you know, he a celebrity to y'all, but you know, how we is in Memphis, we see him. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I guess, up north, New York, you gonna see some people. So, you know, it ain't really nothing to us because we in the city. But, we end up taking him to the cell, walk to the cell, sit him down, talk to him, because I had already got a call. One of the guys actually had knew his daddy, and we had got the call through the phone, Big Latrell. So got the phone call. They called me in there, you know what I'm saying? We talking to him. He's like, yeah, man, just make sure that my son, you know, he's straight up in there, you know what I'm saying? We're like, yeah, he cool, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you know, long as his paperwork or whatever, everything good with him, you know. He ain't no snitch or something, then yeah, he good, you know. So
How bad did his ops want to get him?
I mean, you know, it actually had got to the point where, I mean, you know, it calmed down actually like the second day. He really was trying to, you know, it was getting on a cooling out tip. It really wasn't just nobody but Lil Reese, you know what I'm saying? And Lil Reese, man, I talked to him, hey man, look, we on some money shit, and he actually got on that, and he kind of used that to get what he wanted to get out of Shiesty. You feel what I'm saying? Like, as far as, I ain't gonna say like, it's like a slick, I ain't gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna say that like a slick extortion, but it's a smart way. You know what I'm saying? I already know that, nigga, you don't want it with me. You know what I'm saying? One-on-one, yeah, you're a killer out there with them guns, but you know, when you get in prison, everything is hand-to-hand comeback. I don't care what you do. You can get a lock, a knife, unless you got a spill to throw at a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But everything is hand-to-hand comeback in prison. You can't shoot a motherfucker from half a mile, you feel me? So Shiesty really wasn't on no fighting shit, you know what I'm saying? He acted like, man, I'm good, you know, I'm straight about this and this. So Lil Reese was like, okay, that's what's up. And Lil Reese went to the point where every time Shiesty, you know, Shiesty gonna always have some weed, he gonna have always, you know, he was on them Suboxone strips and shit, you know, getting high, eating Debbie cakes all goddamn day, you know what I'm saying? You know, and he'll go out and shoot basketball, you know what I'm saying, on occasion, you know. But Shiesty, he was all right, and the ops, you know what I'm saying, he really didn't have that many, you know. He had, you know, you always gonna have dudes that don't like it, but as far as the op, we talking about niggas that ready to kill each other, you feel what I'm saying? That's our type of ops down here in Memphis. You know, we don't call it ops just cause, you know, when I see you, we gonna fight now. You know, we really on some killing shit. That's my op. You gonna kill me, I'm gonna kill you. But the only person that I could consider his op that was right there was Lil Reese, you know what I'm saying? Because he made the song about Lil Reese. I can't remember, it was like some alphabets, A, B, C, D, E, G, or something like that there. Talking about you got your rifle took and all this here. And that was Reese and his little clique. You feel what I'm saying? So that's really how that beef with Reese had, you know, flamed off in the feds, you know what I'm saying, right there at Pollock. But yeah, that, you know, he was all right dude, you know what I'm saying. Had one of the baddest bitches, you know what I'm saying, that was on the compound, you know. She was bad little junk, you know. I can say her name or don't say her name, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause, you know, I don't know how, you know, I don't want, you know, but yeah, I'm gonna, you know, miss.
Go ahead, you can say a name.
Yeah, me, you fine, man. That motherfucker, that man come on the compound. Everybody, I mean, I'm talking about niggas in the shower, trying to goddamn, hey, I'm just gonna be real, trying to get it in, trying to show some dick to it and some everything. But Pooh Shiesty she end up liking Pooh Shiesty every time. You know, Pooh Shiesty be just sitting in there. I guess she just liked his name, and she also said her son was his favorite fan, you feel me? She from Louisiana. So, you know, she end up always come down there. I ain't never seen her come down on the yard that much. It was a blessing to get me to walk down through there, you know what I'm saying? So, but she started staying over there in the, over there where Pooh Shiesty be on the rail, you know what I'm saying? Tight pants on shit, and, you know, like she just showing out, you feel what I'm saying? So, Shiesty got up with her, but he ended up. No,
Okay, hold on. I want to take it back real quick.
Yeah.
You said when he got there, you guys checked his paperwork.
Oh yeah. You know, that's more definitely. You gotta have your paperwork in the feds. You know what I'm saying? You got some spots, but that's because there's more rest there than goddamn real. You know, motherfucker that ain't snitched on the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You got them type of spots, but like where I was, nah. Everybody getting their paperwork checked. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay, so for people who never been to prison, what are you looking for when you check their paperwork, and what's the purpose for getting your paperwork checked?
Okay, you know, we first of all, you know, we're gonna detect, first of all, they gonna say 5K1, you know, cooperation with the feds, you know what I'm saying? You got a couple of other little things, you know, numbers that'll lead you to some shit, but you gonna read their whole thing. And once you read it, you know, you gonna get your, okay, then, hey, bro, look, what's up with this shit here? You know what I'm saying? Oh man, you know, but you know, most motherfuckers ain't showing their paperwork if they hot. Not that like Blooded Bowman or, you know, Pollock. They ain't showing, them niggas ain't even coming out on the yard because it's a suicide, you feel me? Because you caught checking the paperwork, you feel me? Unless you gonna be a punk or you gonna get on Muslim time, you know what I'm saying? That's the only way your options are getting up out of it. You feel what I'm saying? Staying on the compound. But yeah, I end up looking at the paperwork, looked over, had my other partner look over, you know what I'm saying? Shit, Reese even looked at it, you know what I'm saying? So it paperwork was straight, you feel what I'm saying? Everything worked out, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you know, you never know a good copy from a bad copy. Not saying that Shiesty had told or did nothing like that there, because I already read the paperwork and then I already heard about it, you feel what I'm saying? But you got the feds where they'll alter your paperwork and make it, you know, you can be a snitch and goddamn, you know, they got that fake paperwork coming in that the feds are actually, you know, to keep, because there's a lot of shit going on with the paperwork. You're going to get killed by the paperwork. You feel what I'm saying? If you ain't right. So, you know, it was too much killing. So the feds, you know, they try to alter your paperwork to where, you know, you can slide on the compound.
What happens if you have bad paperwork?
Oh, you getting ran up. And when I say ran up, I'm talking about, you know, we got our name for it, but motherfucker get to hitting you with them locks and putting that knife on you. Man, them motherfuckers run a goddamn, hey, they gonna run. You feel what I'm saying? Some bitch trying to get up there to that office and check in. You feel what I'm saying? You know, some of them just don't make it.
You ever seen anybody come in there with bad paperwork?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I most definitely. You know, with me, you know, having the Memphis car, you know what I'm saying, at Beaumont, this where BG was and stuff, you know what I'm saying, with Cash Money. But, you know, he was cool too. But now, this where I read a couple of my guy paperwork. Man, shit, had to get him up out the yard. You know, one of them, you know, we ended up stabbing up, you know what I'm saying, handling business. Another one, he left pretty, you know, unscratched. You know, about 3-4 of them that we had to do like that. You know, that was from Memphis, you know what I'm saying? Thinking they were just sweet. But we didn't whoop some about that, and they take our running. That's the first thing they doing, you know.
Now, at one point, there's a situation with TMZ where a phone call leaks and he's talking to a girl. I guess he had a cell phone or something.
Yeah. You know, you got cell phone. You got phones in prison, so you know what I'm saying. That really ain't even, you know, a thing they used to. But yeah, they got phones now. But he was on the phone with a girl, and we sitting there. And here it is. It come on TMZ. He in prison talking to the girl on the phone, FaceTime. So, you know, next thing you know, they locked the compound down. But we looking out the window, you know what I'm saying? Cause I think it was around time to eat. So we finna get ready to eat. So they locked the compound down. Man, come find out, we look out the window, they taking Pooh Shiesty up to the shoot, you know what I'm saying? That's a special housing unit, you know what I'm saying, in Fed. They walking them on up there to the shoot. So, you know, lock up. So, you know, yeah, that was, you know, we was sending them magazines and shit, you know, but yeah, that was, you know, Pooh Shiesty, he really didn't too much care about it. He got a, how to say, he got a mind, like, some stuff he do is like, you know, is real childish, but he really do have a mastermind. You know what I'm saying? He'll come up with some shit, you know, but it be a childish thought or something that then came through it, man. You feel me? Like this shit with Gucci. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, he'll mastermind some shit, but you won't mastermind the whole thing out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say mastermind, but you thought about this. You had a part of this. You know what I'm saying? So you could have said, yo, hey, we're gonna do it like this. We're gonna do it like that. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, with that being there, you know what I'm saying, it could have been happening a little different, but like I said, man, motherfucker gotta understand, man. It ain't just because of my city, but Memphis, man, we ain't playing down here, man. You know, Memphis is a whole city, actually a whole state by itself, cause we call it a state. We don't even really consider Nashville, all this here when we be in prison. Man, you know, everybody down here, we gonna say Memphis, we the state. We ain't the city, you feel me? So.
Now I heard at one point you ended up in the shoe with
Oh,
Pooh
yeah.
Shiesty?
Yeah, I ended up stabbing the dude, you know what I'm saying? Got to fight and ended up stabbing the dude, and they ended up sending me to the shoot. But I'm like a year away from going home at this time here. So I get up there. Shiesty was like down the hall from me. And that shoe kind of changed them a lot. I mean, that shoe would break a motherfucker being behind a four-wall cell closet. And you know what I'm saying? With a cellar, you know, it'll fuck, you know, if you weak, you ain't gonna be able to handle it.
So you said he has a cellie? You know,
Yeah.
do they have anything else in the cell with him?
Nah.
And how often do they get out of the cell?
That shoe there, man, it was, I mean, getting fed through a flap, you know, motherfucker goddamn hollering all night, you know, I mean, that be our entertainment though. That's how it kind of make a person crazy, you know what I'm saying? Cause we like to see shit pop off, motherfucker do some stupid shit, throw some pills or throw some shit on the motherfucking guard or something, or slap it plate out the guard hand. You know, motherfucker be asking, we be itching just to see a motherfucker do that type shit, you feel? Just to have entertainment, to entertain ourselves in the shoot. But, you know, we come out to shoot if 3 times out of a week for an hour. I mean, out the, you know, for an hour rent, you know what I'm saying? They barely do that there. It's like a rotation, you know what I'm saying? And that shit, you might be in your cell for 4, 5 days, never come out, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker come through there, they expect you to be up at the door. When the guard come through there, expect you to hear his key, and wake up and be at the door. Yeah, I'm going to Rick. You know, standing at the goddamn door, you know what I'm saying? Instead of him just knocking on the door, hey man, Rick Town, or calling it out when you first come through the door down the hallway. You know, but shit, Shiesty goddamn, he was doing some, you know, he was doing some crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? Got into it with the guards back there.
He was throwing
Yeah,
shit and
he
piss
was
at the guards?
he was throwing, you know, I ain't gonna say piss and shit, but he was throwing liquid or some shit on the guard. He did on several times, you know what I'm saying? Guards got to the point where they really weren't even trying to feed him, you know what I'm saying? They might give him a tray once a day, you know what I'm saying? It done been time where he be hollering, man, hey man, y'all ain't fed me, man. Y'all give my motherfucking tray, you know what I'm saying? So man, yeah, he probably ate, I say about a good week, probably goddamn ate about probably 5, 6 times, you know what I'm saying? Cause they were getting to the point where they didn't even want to feed the man, you know, cause they really starting to dislike him because he started doing a little stuff, you know, like I said, throwing stuff on the guard, cussing them out. And, you know, when you back there, you know, you try to kind of deal with the situation, you know what I'm saying, and what's going on, so.
So Killah, like, what do y'all say to Pooh Shiesty at night? You know, when y'all was in the shoot, like y'all kind of talk to him, try to calm him down. Like, what do y'all do in them situations?
I mean, we talk to him, you know what I'm saying? We just be, you know, just holler down there. I used to holler down there, hey, Pooh, well, we didn't call him Pooh. I was like, hey, Shiesty, what's going on? You feel what I'm saying? You all right down there? Oh, yeah, I'm good. You know, we be having a good conversation. You know, we talked about, we even got on the thing with him and Gucci, and I told him Gucci wasn't going to let him up out of I told him, I said, man, you too much of a, asset to him. You can you his money. You know what I'm saying? He ain't finna let
So
you
you
up out of
actually
there.
heard about this? He was speaking about the sour. He was sour about his contract while he was locked up still.
Yeah, when he was in there, you know what I'm saying, he was like, he ain't finna go back to Gucci, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you ain't even, what, you didn't left Gucci? He's like, no, but I ain't finna fuck with him. So I'm like, Gucci ain't gonna let you up off the contract, man. You know what I'm saying? You made too much money, you know what I'm saying? All y'all you see, they ain't letting, it just like that, you feel me? You too much, you make them too much money, So yeah, he was like, he was about, yeah, he ain't too much, he wasn't digging Gucci, you know what I'm saying, as far as money wise or whatever. I don't know the circumstances of it. He never did just too much get in detail, but he wasn't trying to fuck with Gucci, you know what I'm saying? So, and now this shit happened, so yeah, he wasn't trying to fuck with Gucci, you feel me?
Now, did Gucci ever go up there to visit him, or did you ever, hear about them talking or anything?
Nah, I never did even know. I really used to wonder if Gucci was with him, cause I never did hear him say nothing about Gucci, but on that level there, he ain't said, man, yeah, I let Gucci today, man. He trying to walk the bot, or whatever. But he never spoke on Gucci. I never did, in the shoot, you ain't getting no visits, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's an attorney or something. So I ain't see that part there either. Even when he was on the compound, I ain't see him, he ain't getting no visits from Gucci that I knew of.
What was the worst thing you seen in the shoe?
Oh shit, the motherfucker, where the after effects, cause I really didn't see it. The after effects of a motherfucker getting stabbed and beat up, you know what I'm saying, real bad to the point where it blood everywhere and the guards don't know about it. You feel what I'm saying? I done seen that several times, you know. Cause motherfuckers don't be wanting sellers. It's hard to just go in the cell with somebody. Damn, he already in the shoe for some bullshit. I'm in the shoe for some bullshit. That shit don't mix when you putting both of them in the same cell together. I had that problem. I didn't want nobody in the cell with me. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
So you're in the shoe, you got a celly, and there's situations where a dude might get stabbed or beat up really bad by his celly, and the celly is not gonna tell the guards. So this dude could be dying, in a lot of pain, going through a whole bunch of shit, and nobody's getting him any help.
Yeah, that did happen a couple times where, like, that shit happened in Pollock, and that wasn't even in the shoe. But, motherfuckers get wrapped up. Man, the police think that's why they had a stand-up call now. But all police don't do stand-up call. They just count time and go through it and just look, especially in the shoe. But, a motherfucker could be up in there just wrapped up, and I done seen it. A motherfucker wrapped up, 3-4 days go by. They don't know dude been dead, and this was at Pollock shit. In the USP when I was in USP when I first went to the Fed. But yeah, motherfucker, that's the worst thing I done seen where motherfucker, wrapped up 3-4 days and the police ain't even know he was dead. You know what I'm saying? Sally just sitting up in there, doing what he do, reading or doing whatever, working out or, still eating food. Like it ain't nothing. So yeah, that's about the worst thing I done seen.
Damn. Okay. All right. Well, I wanted to go back to Pooh Shiesty real quick, man. I heard there was a situation between him and the DC guys.
Yeah, now see, now with that, I mean, I can only, speak on, like, I mean, I didn't see it, but I knew about it, far, cause, when you're in the Fed stuff, people send stuff, to other feds, you know what I'm saying? We holler at each other, and then we got phones, so, we keep in touch with each other, we let a nigga know if like I might be in Pollock and shoot a message down to Bowman, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, we just keep dude up out there, John, you know what I'm saying? He should be coming y'all way. Or, you know, hey man, dude said he was at Pollock, what you know about him? You know, and nigga gotta verify and make shit. Oh yeah, he was straight over here. You know what I'm saying? What he leave for? You know, so yeah.
Okay, so I guess he got his teeth knocked out by the DC guys?
Yeah, DC dude, you know what I'm saying? I would say, you know, I won't say it was a Virginia dude, but it was you know, DC, I won't say did it. They got to fighting or whatever. It was what I, you know, came back to us, you know what I'm saying, when he had left Pollock. You know what I'm saying? He had got shipped up there from the shoot. But yeah, something supposed to happen. Dude, you know, he got to fighting and he ended up knocking the tooth out or something like that there, you know. So, you know, I seen the pictures of it, but, you know, that wasn't supposed to have happened, you know. That wasn't under my watch there. He wasn't there with me then. You know, he was way up in Pennsylvania somewhere where a bunch of DC cats at. Somewhere where South nigga, I really wasn't trying to go, you know what I'm saying? They cool, but, you know, I'd rather, you know, stay down my element. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, I was on my way to I was getting out. And cause I got out from the shoot. But now Shiesty, he was on his way, he was transferring. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I actually kind of heard of this here out on the street. You feel what I'm saying? That happening there and, you know, kind of seeing it on Facebook and shit, but, you know, you can't believe everything on Facebook. So I actually would talk to some people that's in prison, you know, they're still in the Fed. I still contact them, you know, they still call me. And that's what the word was, you know, but I never did just see that personally.
Okay, damn, and okay, that I remember that explains things because I think when he got out of jail, you could kind of see it in some pictures.
Yeah, that's really it, you know what I'm saying? See that picture scene where it had the little gap up here and all that there, but, you know, something happened, you know what I'm saying, that they real picture, cause, you know, he had a full set when he came to Pollock, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But he did
Okay,
crash with the GDs. That was how he crashed with the GDs, I don't know, but, you know, he crashed with them, you know, there was something going on up there too, you know, that we heard about, you know, but that I heard about anyway. I was already out.
right. So that was the thing, man. I interviewed King Yella, and this was when Pooh Shiesty was in jail, and you know when Pooh Shiesty was out, he was on songs where they were dissing FBG Duck, who's a GD. I don't know how familiar you are with FBG Duck
Yeah,
from Chicago,
right.
you
Got
know,
killed.
but you know he was on a song with Little Dirk
Right.
where they're dissing FBG Duck. So that's what they're, you know, saying that they were getting, the GDs were getting on Pooh Shiesty for that reason. You know, a while ago, Dirk did a song with Pooh Shiesty called Should've Ducked. And this song, from what I heard, has led to Pooh Shiesty having some problems in prison. So, what did you think when you first heard the song, and how did you feel about Pooh Shiesty being on that song?
I was in jail. I ain't even really know who Pooh Shiesty was. But like I said, man, he put himself on that song and shit. So, you know, he put himself on that song when you dissing the motherfucker. You know, you put yourself in a situation. You know, he already responded and shit and said, you know, music is, you know, was business. It wasn't personal, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, the politics of the music, that's how people look at it different, bro. And it's like I said, I'm not getting on no song with nobody dissing nobody if I ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm not, why am I putting myself in your beef? Because I know how the average person think. Oh, yo, bitch ass did a song with this nigga, da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, folks in them called and shit, and, you know, like, what's up with dude? Like, you know what I'm saying? They trying to make it, I ain't say, niggas on them, you know, niggas trying to figure out, folks, Pooh Shiesty up here, he in the same prison, Victorville, USP, where I was at. You know what I'm saying? Folks, you know, try to, man, fool up here that was on the song, you know, diss and duck with, you know, ooh, trying to see where my head at. Oh, man, leave Shorty alone, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't think about dude, man. You know what I'm saying? But they did make that call, you know. They hit me like, nigga, what's up? Like, get on his ass or what, basically. And, you know, leave that shit alone. You know what I'm saying? That shit small ball, though.
Did they ever approach Pooh Shiesty about it or anything? Say anything to him?
No, they didn't do nothing because they made the call to me. They reached out to me first and see what my head was at with it. And I told them to leave that shit alone. You know what I'm saying? So that shit was over with. So he might not even know nothing about it. Just because you know, I nipped it in the bud before motherfucker even said something, you know?
Right. Oh, okay. Well, you know, that's something that you know, I kind of heard of, but you know, a lot of that detail there, I just really didn't get into it because I was already out the feds. You know, I wasn't just, you know, I like his music and everything. Like him as a young cat, but I don't look at him as a celebrity. You feel what I'm saying? So I never did just really just keep up with his news. You know, he cool with prison. Shit, seen him. Helped him out in a situation where a nigga went stab him, you know what I'm saying? Lil Reese didn't get on him, you know, cause that wouldn't have been nothing but another story of what didn't happen to him in prison where his nigga got beat up or whatever. But, you know, Lil Reese, you know, there was a lot of things just tried to keep away from him. So, you know, he was all right.
When he first came in, did he even know he was in danger, or he just was carrying it like he was cooling on the street because people was, you know, kind of fanning out on him?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, you know, at the status he is, I mean, that's what any like rapper, I'm gonna say rapper, music person or something like that there, because for some reason, I'm gonna say us as black people, you know, when certain people come in like that, they rap, and here it is, I've been out rapping they songs and stuff, and now it's time for me to finally meet them, you know what I'm saying? Now but I mean,
Do the feds frown upon guys, federal guys frown upon guys that come in that's portraying this street rapper stuff, and then when they get in there, you think guys be want to test that out, or they kind of frown upon that?
oh yeah, you know, that's where all the beef come from, rap, you know what I'm saying? Now you in jail, and, you know, motherfuckers can reach out to you know what I'm saying? You might not even did to that person, but shit, you got somebody over here in this prison or somebody that's at home, hell, you know what I'm saying? Okay, well, shit, hit on you, whatever, but, you know, yeah, rappers, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they be beefing, you know, they come in, you know, you got some that's about their life, you know, some that really, you know, carry themselves around and be ready for it. You know, BG was one of them. He kept that knife on him, you know what I'm saying? You know, they gonna put it in him, play with, you know what I'm saying?
What was it like with BG in there? Did he have any incidents or anything? Or, you know, how was it like when he got there?
I mean, BG, you know, he was there when I got there at Beaumont, you know what I'm saying, in Texas. He was there when I got there, and they ended up transferring him to, I want to say, Yazoo somewhere. But, well, I was in there because, you know, I messed with Louisiana. I'm actually a Louisiana, New Orleans Saints fan. But I messed with Louisiana while I've been in prison both times in the feds. You know, they got some high guy. But messing with them, you know, I ended up meeting BG, you know what I'm saying? BG, he didn't do nothing. Watch TV, walk around. You know, he had a few arguing incidents, you know what I'm saying? But he was kind of well protected in prison as far because he got a little gang his damn self. You feel me? I don't even know the name of it, but he had a few guys that they holler the same thing, and you know he had his security with him. You know he went places, you know, and he had security with him. You know, wasn't nobody just really fuck with him. He was alright. He was just straight up real. You feel me? That's how I looked at him.
Okay, all right. Shit, as far as with BG, but somebody said he had some bad paperwork. Is that true?
Now I'm gonna tell you like that there, you know what I'm saying? I'm like you with that, and see, it goes with in prison. It's a car. If my people got bad paperwork over here, the other car, this ain't none of y'all business. You know what I'm saying? We gonna handle our business. You know what I'm saying? If he hot, then we gonna send his ass up top. Don't nobody else, you know. So me being an outsider of Louisiana, you know, cause Louisiana got their own car. You feel what I'm saying? That's the whole state together. You know what I'm saying? And Tennessee, we got our own car, but most it be number of Memphis guys that we hang together in prison. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Nashville, we still Tennessee car, but Nashville and all that there, we didn't really just own that there. But yeah, man, BG, we don't know that situation there. You know what I'm saying? If he had bad paperwork, then it wasn't even our business, you know what I'm saying? Because when you're in the feds and you're in the car, you don't supposed to know nobody else's business. Now, if somebody outside the car, I'm from Memphis, and I find out, oh, BG shit, he's still on the compound, we finna step to your car. Hey, man, y'all harboring snitches. What's going on with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Y'all got snitches in y'all car. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but nah, I ain't, I don't know about the paperwork, though. Yeah, that's a Louisiana that was in the Fed about that. But he walked around and he did his thing, though, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't nobody with him. So,
Let me ask you this question.
yeah.
They call it Bloody Beaumont for a reason, but Bloody Beaumont, from what I understand, is a FCI. It's not even the USP. Is it bad? Is it really bad? That's why they call it Bloody?
Man, Beaumont, man, like I said, Bloody Beaumont, man, that's the FCI, man. That's where I was. Man, it's worse than the penitentiary. The penitentiary don't even have no, I don't know why, but it went like that. Everybody look like they trying to go to the penitentiary. Man, they be fighting, stabbing, you got them essays, them Spanish, the Spanish groups, TS's. Well, TS is one they pull out, not in the, at Beaumont. But yeah, man, shit. Yeah, get it. Yeah.
Well, tell me, did you know Finesse 2 Times on the street before you met him when y'all was in the feds?
Oh yeah, we was both of us, we, like I'm Vice Lord, you know what I'm saying? I'm unknown ghost. So, this is where Finesse was. He was unknown ghost, and I knew him from the streets. He got out. When he got out, he came over there I remember we had a meeting. And our big homie, you know what I'm saying, which, is our big brother, he dead, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying, Big Pocket, you know what I'm saying, he the reason that a lot of us unknown ghosts is down here in Memphis, you know what I'm saying, he was one of the first, you know what I'm saying, he had shit on his name, but he kind of up too, but, I'm the reason he there, ghost, I'm the reason that I'm a ghost, he the reason that Finesse was a ghost, and I seen him at a meeting we had at the house, and Big P, he was on the phone, he was in the feds. He was in the feds himself. Actually, he was in the halfway house, and he was talking on the phone. They had the speakerphone right there on the table, and he was talking to everybody, saying, things that he wanted us to do, the way we're gonna get money, the stuff that, a gang leader or organization leader gonna, tell his people that's up under him, you know what I'm saying? So he was talking about he gonna fund Finesse. That's why when Finesse made that his first track coming out the county jail, it blew up, you know what I'm saying? And he really got his fame from that, you know what I'm saying? And some reason down the line, they got, Finesse, he kind of lost his thing with Big Poke, you know what I'm saying? And we call him Big P. But Big P, they got it, had it in, and Finesse came to the feds. Actually in Mason, that's where I first seen him in jail.
When Finesse, he finally touched back down in Mason when you saw him in the feds. Mason is right outside of Memphis, correct?
Right. Yeah, there
So
was
you seen him in Mason. Is that a holdover or is that a
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's where they send federal people to the that have federal cases, and that's where we go to the Fed court from. They
okay,
don't
so you seen him in there and now you in there
Right.
with Finesse. So y'all chopping it up, he telling you what's going on, like what was going on with him as a while he was in the feds?
I mean, like I said, I was in the and he came in and he had this, this case, I guess, with the gun shooting and all this here. I really don't even know too much about that case, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't, I ain't, I was in Mason, so I wasn't checking no paperwork then. I'm trying to figure out about my motherfucking paperwork. I'm trying to get the hell up out of there, you know what I'm saying? But it didn't happen like that. But Finesse was there, you know what I'm saying? Shit.
Now, were people trying to test him? Were people trying to,
No.
get up on him or anything?
In Mason now, you know what I'm saying? Now, when he went to the Fed, he really was on some, I went with him in the Feds, you know what I'm saying? I was with him in Mason, in Mason, he was just chilling, laid back. He wanted, people didn't, I ain't see nobody try to test him, nothing like that. There he had a little guard, a security guard that was, with him bringing him shit in, that was at Mason, and but as far as just him doing shit, or he wasn't no nigga trying to rap, he wasn't doing none of that there. He was just laid back, just chilling, waiting to go to his time, you know what I'm saying? That was it. We had a free conversation, you know what I'm saying, with him wanting to switch over, you know what I'm saying, to go Concrete Cartel, which is another, they vice lords, they be saying like that, they vice lords. In Memphis, we respect them as vice lords, but they kind of made up a branch outside of vice lord, which is actually prohibited, you know what I'm saying, in our nation. And it's called, Concrete Cartel, you know what I'm saying? And concrete is really the other word for conservative vice lord, you feel what I'm saying? So, but they don't say they conservative cartel, they say they concrete cartel. And a lot of them, they locked up now. That's who Finesse be getting his shots out to, Star and Lewis, all them. They had a kind of big Rico act down here. But yeah, man, Finesse, that's all he really just did, man. Now, when he went to the feds, it was weird. He was selling little K2 sheets, stuff like that. The sheets with the, K2 on there, and motherfuckers smoking, nigga, high as a motherfucker. I ain't never smoked, you know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers flapping like ducks up in there. But Finesse was selling that shit there. Somehow he got hooked up with Jay Prince. I don't know. I don't even know how that happened. Motherfuckers be trying to sign too quick. That's mine, But I don't know how he got hooked up with that. Memphis motherfucker need to just stay with Memphis motherfucker, man. That's why I kind of respect Gotti. A lot of people don't fuck with Gotti, but I kind of respect him in that because he's a business motherfucker. That's why he don't talk like he is. You feel me?
I heard a story. They say that at some point in time that Finesse Two Times, when he was locked down, man, they say he was doing real bad, man, that he tried to commit suicide. You heard anything about that while you was locked up?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this was before the feds, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about it in the feds. I ain't heard nothing about that in the feds, but this was like before the feds when he was in the county jail and went to prison on his first bid. That wasn't in the feds. That was the state. I mean, like I said, he got the scar to show it. You know what I'm saying? They, if you ever look at his wrist, you're going to see them. They permanent marks, you know what I'm saying, on both wrists. Where he been slicing on himself. I don't know if the nigga love pain or what. I don't know what the fuck he got going on, but, he just got a lot of them motherfucking cuts from razor blades and shit, and that happened when he was in the state. You know what I'm saying?
Man, what'll make a person want to do that, man, when he locked up? He just going crazy?
I mean, just on some real shit, a lot of shit, after you see so much shit, like I said, it can make you or break you. You see so much shit in prison, you can kind of... some people will flip out, a lot of motherfuckers, they girl, find out they girl fucking their partner, ran off with their money. Man, all type of shit be going on, man, when you get locked up and you just got to deal with it. Shit, he probably, I don't know, he was going through it though, he wasn't, he didn't have the money then. Like when he first started out, him and Moneybag had that little issue about, I guess stealing some music or he wasn't getting paid, Finesse wasn't getting paid or something, cause that's his voice on a track with Moneybag. So, they had their little issues, but shit, he come out, he blowed up, you know what I'm saying? But while he was in there, I guess he had to cut on the goddamn set to get his mind right, I don't know. But he came out and started doing good, you know what I'm saying?
I hear that. Okay, well, I heard you were locked up with Boy George.
Oh, yeah, that was in Polar. Actually, man, that's a crazy thing, cause me and Boy George, man, we actually would play handball together, man. He showed me how to play handball. I don't know how true it is, but I used to always hear shit. They talking about he had That's the reason 007 got how they got their car off him. Talking about he had a car that was spitting oil too. I don't know how true it is, but you know, me and Boy Jordan, man, we played handball together, man. He actually taught me how to play handball, but I never could just really just, you know, we were cool, but I never could just sit and just really have a I think I had one conversation with him one time. Actually it was one time, but every time you look around, he was stabbing the motherfucker. Little motherfucker, you know, he was stocky, he worked out and shit, and you know, bow leg shit like that. But every time you look around, he stabbing the motherfucker. So you know what I'm saying, and he go to the shoe and they bring him back out. You know what I'm saying? And it was the same thing over and over, you know, shit, until they got him, you know, he left. Next time I heard about him, you know, I was in my second Fed bid. You know what I'm saying? He was up there at Beaumont Penitentiary. And they said he was something like a Sereno or something now. He riding with them or something. You know, he ain't riding with like his car like Dominicans or, you know, New York or whatever like that. He riding with a SA Mexican, you know what I'm saying, gang.
Man, in jail, they called him the Puerto Rican James Bond.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to tell you. I ain't know the significance on that mother talking about his car shooting oil out of it. He had a James Bond car. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but shit. Shit, I know for him to be spending money like he was spending and then never missed a trip at the store, shit. He had some money somewhere. His people got some motherfucking money, you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't miss a beat at the store, you know. He wasn't worried about nothing. But Boy Joe was cool though. I ain't never seen him. It was crazy because he didn't even have that demeanor to me like he'll you know, stab some up, you feel me? Shit. Like he didn't care when he stabbed motherfucker, he just stabbed the motherfucker and got on down, went to the shoe. Get out, shit, be out there a couple of weeks, stab another motherfucker. You know, that's just how he was, you feel me?
Now, I also seen you were locked up with Gene Gotti 2 times.
Oh yeah, that was Gene. See, Gene Gotti, that all these people was at Pollock Penitentiary, you know what I'm saying, when I was up there. Gene Gotti was, and it was crazy because I didn't even know who Gene Gotti was, and I didn't talk to him a few times, you know what I'm saying. We had worked out a few times, you know, I seen him, older head, you know what I'm saying. I go over there and, you know, do push-up with him, never did really know who he was, you know what I'm saying. Cause he always had this like another dude, tall, Italian looking motherfucker, you know what I'm saying. See, like I said, I'm from the South, so we don't too much see Italians and all them different forms there, so we really don't even be knowing what they thing, you know, they race is. So, but he old tall dude, man. I'm looking at him like, he always with this dude here, you know what I'm saying. But you know, we worked out and after a while, something happened and Gene got a bodyguard, man, got knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And
He got knocked out. What
yeah,
happened?
he got knocked out, man. I can't even tell you, man. I don't even know what happened, man. But he got knocked out though, you know what I'm saying? And after that, that's when I actually found out who Gene Gotti was, cause they was like,
Anything
man.
happened to Gene Gotti when his bodyguard got knocked out?
No, I don't even know what that situation was about, but it wasn't no hit on Gene Gotti. It wasn't nothing like this. His bodyguard just had word with motherfucker knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't see it, I just heard about it. But I was on the compound when it happened though. But yeah, Gene Gotti, he just, you know, he was cool. You know, most of the people that have, you know, say they're celebrities in the world, man, they come to prison and they really don't even be on it. I mean, you wouldn't even see them like do a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? They always be humble. You feel me? They don't really just be on nothing. I ain't never just really seen no rapper, and there's a bunch of them I see in prison, you know what I'm saying, or in jail. They don't be them guys. You know what I'm saying? You got people out here that's actually make Memphis. Them guys there, you know, Pooh Shiesty, you know, yeah, he live his life now. Now he do the fuck he say he be doing. You feel what I'm saying? On the street. But, you know, in prison, you humble. You feel what I'm saying? You know,
Like considering everything that happened, you know, allegedly, man. What if you could put yourself in his seat? What do you think he's saying to himself right now?
man, like I said, man, I know the man, and he had like a childish like mind. Yeah, he a mastermind, but he got a childish mind. Right now, man, that man probably like he should have did it another way. Not I shouldn't have never did that. You feel what I'm saying? Cause, you know, just being real, you know, and I ain't gonna say this about all of it, but majority of Memphis dude, man, you disrespect us, we gonna handle that business. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no, I'm gonna let you slide. So, you know, he probably thinking like, man, I shouldn't have took this person here, or I should have did it this way. But he still would have did it a crash dumbass way. You feel what I'm saying? He still would have did it like, we don't give a fuck about no camera. We don't give a fuck about nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know, in a way, I damn near wanted to say he did it off the dude on him, true enough, or whatever happened in their country. He won't let him go. But he also did it too, that I think to get fame, to keep his name out there, even though it's causing him going to prison. That's what these kids do these days, man. You know, Pooh Shiesty young, man. These kids do shit on social media just to get, they don't care if they go to jail. So Pooh Shiesty kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. Cause what would make you say, I mean, shit happens on impulse, yeah. But you playing this. You feel what I'm saying?
Excuse me, do you think his dad, man, should have warned him against this? I mean, you kind of know, you know Lantrell. Do you know him from in the streets of Memphis? Or he sent the word to you? How did that go again? Do you think his dad should have warned him?
You know, first of all, you know, me and Lantrell were locked up, his dad, we were locked up in Pollock. You know, all those in Pollock. He was inside the Memphis car, cool dude, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't, you know, no gangs or shit, nothing like that. He just did his time. But, shit. And I'm gonna talk to you as, I'm gonna answer that as me being a Memphis dude and raising kids, you know, like I said, I got 2 grandkids that I raise now. And with my dad, how my daddy did me, man, being a dad, man, once I heard a situation, somebody that took something from my child or something like that, yeah, I'm gonna ride with them. I ride with my daughter and them now, you know what I'm saying, if something pop off or something ain't going right. I don't know if he orchestrated or was the mastermind of it, but if he said, hey, Junior, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna do it this way, we're gonna do it that way. Now, I don't think he did that. You know what I'm saying? He the type of pop that'll ride with his family. So, you know, I actually think that he just like, shit, fuck it, let go handle that business. You know, nigga get wrong, you know, we gonna do this, we gonna handle that business. You know, come.
I mean, I know you say that's the Memphis mentality.
Yeah.
But at some point, you would think his dad been through the system long enough. Pooh been through the system. Somebody got to say, you got a monitor around your ankle. You called your PO a few minutes before to tell him you're going to violate, you're going to go to a meeting. Then you show up. Regardless, I mean, whatever the allegations are, somebody should have said, hey, look, it's hot. But is that the Memphis mindset? We don't care if it's hot, we just gonna run with it?
Man, that's the Memphis mindset, man. You couldn't say it no better than me, man. Listen, motherfucker, we don't care nothing about none of this shit down here, man. Hey, man, motherfucker, get on our nerve, motherfucker trying to get something out of us, steal something from us, take something from us, man, we gonna put that pistol on you. If we got, and down there, everybody down here got a pistol. I don't know where the fuck all of them come from, but they got a pistol. So in the Memphis mentality, a motherfucker gonna handle their business. You feel what I'm saying? And Pooh Shiesty I ain't gonna say was, I say was because he locked up. But I say he a street dude, man. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the mentality that you have, you know, and Trail is a street dude too, just like his son, you know, where his son like him, you know. Only reason Latrell don't have that exposure like that is because he wasn't a rapper. He was just a regular person like me, just in the street, you know, doing running around, hustling, whatever. You know, got a few dudes that's up under us that we could tell what to do. you know, and shit like that. But yeah, he should he's saying
Let me ask you this question then next. Do you think in Pooh Shiesty's mind he was thinking Gucci was gonna keep it street?
man, I'm gonna tell you like this, they probably had the conversation, man. Somebody probably told, man, they gonna tell the police on you, man. You know how these motherfuckers is, man. Motherfucker go goddamn, man. Motherfucker bring that heat to you, but when you bring that heat back to them, oh, they calling the police. You know what I'm saying? They expect to be able to you over, but then when you come back to fuck them over, oh, the police somehow get in the business. You know what I'm saying? And that, you know, really when it come to Gucci, man, he really kind of lost all kind of respect for, you know, I lost all my respect for him, you know what I'm saying? Because first you did a diss album.
You saying Gucci?
Yeah, I'm saying Gucci, you feel me? I lost respect for him. You know, that's just what it is. When he did that diss, I'm listening to the diss joint, you done told him. That's the evidence.
Well, let me ask you this question. Can you be honest, can you be a victim and a snitch?
Man, look, man, this, you know, they don't go by now these youngsters, but this the codes of the street, man. You don't do none of youngsters, children or old folks, you know. And when people is in the community and they're not in the streets, I'm gonna say it like this here: if they're not in the streets doing no hustling, dope, nothing like that, because you have people in here that's in society that really don't, you know, fuck up the society, you know what I'm saying? So if they ain't in the streets, me personally, I give them the right to tell something. You see what I'm saying? Cause you know.
So what you saying is Gucci, he made his bones and his persona was in the streets, so that's always gonna carry with you. You can't square up at no time after you make your money in the streets, you preach in the streets, you done sent guys to prison, they falling out the goo-wop, you on video talking about how you ain't never gonna tell, you rather die first, and the first time they put the Draco in your mouth, you singing like a bird. Is that what you saying? You gotta, this is gonna ride with you all the way out?
And this dude here, man, I told I lost respect for him. Come on, man, you got a murder case. You come on, man, you come away from a bunch of shit. You handle business. You been in the streets. You talked all this shit on your raps. Now what type of credits you gonna have? I mean, what you gonna have out in the streets now? All this shit you talking about, I ain't gonna snitch. You doing it. I ain't gonna do this here. You doing it. You feel what I'm saying? So now, I look like listening. I mean, yeah, you might be a rapper or whatever, but what the fuck I'm listening to it for, and you ain't even about what you saying. You see what I'm saying? You done lost that now. You feel what I'm saying? You'll never snitch. Come on, man, you done did a video talking about what happened, this and this. That's your ticket right there to telling the police.
On the flip side, man, you know what a lot of people say? They'll say, man, this shit is entertainment. You know what I mean? And that's what the consensus people say, man, it's entertainment, and anybody stupid for believing Gucci in the first place. Then all these guys, they say he from Atlanta. They say they call that Ratland in the first place.
Yeah.
Nothing but rats down there. That's what they say. You know, that's like going to pest control, you know, down there. So to believe anything that any of these rappers saying, that's on you. That's the separation between the real and the fake. From what you saying, Pooh is for real, and what we seeing is that possibly Gucci ain't what he said he is.
No, Gucci ain't what he said he is, man. You know, I can vouch for Pooh. You know what I'm saying? Pooh, you know, there's some shit that he done did that'll put him in prison in a motherfucking way. You feel what I'm saying? You know, he done got away with some shit he done did. You know, he that young dude in the street. Yeah, he one of the real street dudes in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Man, if he say he did it or he gonna do it, he can do it. You know what I'm saying? Then he got youngsters, a bunch of youngsters that's behind him. You know what I'm saying? Now how he got to be like, I don't know if it's his voice or the rap or what, how he got to be like that there, but he got a whole game behind him. You know, he the one that started. And can you just imagine, you 24 years old, you start your own shit, and now you got motherfuckers all in Alabama hollering your shit just because your raps, your lyrics. You know what I'm saying? I mean, can't nobody take nothing from him with his rap style. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what type of rap you can call it. Is it this, what they call it in Chicago? Is it drill, some type of drill music? Or, cause you know, man, you listen to Pooh, that's all he talking about. I don't even think I know a song Pooh that's a love song, unless it's about a gun or about robbing, the love he got for that shit. I don't even think he got one of them love songs like he talking to a girl. You feel what I'm saying? All thing he talking about like with dirt. Get it back in blood, you feel me? Shit, heard you got your rifle too. You know what I'm saying? It was shit that he was saying that, yeah, this true. You know, nigga, I'm gonna put you out there. If you're a pussy, I'm gonna put you out there. You know what I'm saying? And if you come for me, then hey, shit, you see after all that shit he said on records here, he in Memphis. Ain't nobody fuck with him. He ended up going to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? But shit, ain't nobody fuck with Pooh. Now, when you came in prison, it's a whole different thing. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Man, it's a lot of people calling him, man, the crash out of the century. And you know, man, and I don't find no pleasure, man, in seeing nobody go to jail. But you gotta answer this question, man. You know, you gotta. He been out for 90 days before he went back.
Right.
We just saw both of his alleged, well, one conviction and the other alleged crime. Both of them got caught on camera. You didn't learn anything from the first time you was in a Skittle Green McLaren and y'all was robbing, and you didn't realize that this is what sent you to the feds the first time. You didn't learn anything while you was in pretrial services and they was reading your PSR and you can see how the feds work. I feel you should have known the second time at least,
right,
to move differently, especially at that magnitude where you're gonna be dealing with someone like Gucci.
Man.
That's his boss, essentially. That's all I'm saying, you know?
I mean, this is what's supposed to happen, but now, when you, man, motherfucker didn't give about this shit. I mean, if it happened, man, we finna go down that business, motherfucker need to get in line. That's the only way I can see that he thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, man, shit, this nigga ain't trying to let me out my contract. I'm gonna ask him first out there, that ass finna get dealt with. Y'all ready? All right, let's roll. You know, it wasn't no real orchestrated sitting at no table, hey, we gonna do this, you gonna do that, hey, this. No, I mean, I don't see Pooh Shiesty just, you know, going through it like that. Now, his daddy, if he was the one that orchestrated, yeah, I could say his daddy probably like, hey, man, we need to do it like this or do it like that. That's if, when the problem was brought to him, he didn't say, hey, man, shit, let's roll. What's going on? Shit, fuck, he get this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, like I said, I'm a dad and a granddad. Shit, my children come to me and something going on, man, what's up, let's roll. I ain't even really asking no question, you know what I'm saying? Because I teach them to be right, you know? Teach them, you know, that's what it is, you know? Shit.
Should he have went about it a different way in your mind?
Shit. I mean, was it another way?
Question.
You know what I'm saying? Was it another way? You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think it was another way, man. I mean, the only way that I could see that it would have went real bad and somebody got killed up in there. You feel what I'm saying? You know, that's the, you know, and it's crazy because now, you know, Shiesty known for, you know, they known that whole little gang. They known they gonna put that motherfucker, that fire on you. You know what I'm saying? You know, Gucci got out lucky. So, you know, hey, Gucci, you know, hey, you see this shit here, man? Hey, man, you lucky to be alive, man. So, you know, just don't play with your life. You know what I'm saying? Nigga got the ups on you and let you live. You feel what I'm saying? And Memphis nigga really don't even too much do that like that. When they get the ups on you, you got down and you're op. Gucci man would consider the op to Pooh Shiesty. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, cause how you gonna, a motherfucker talking about you done beat me out of some money, that much money, oh yeah, you're op to me. And I know
they say it's in the sum of around $20 million or something over the 3 years he was gone that was made. I mean, but you know, I gotta say this, we're just talking about business. I know it's hard to look at, you know, this man made 20 million and I don't know how Pooh was living in jail, like was his books fat or did he still have money?
Right.
That's the contract you signed for. I'm not trying to say it's right. What I'm saying, that's what he signed for. But if you come to a man and he won't let you go, then did that mean you take it there? Allegedly he took it there.
Yeah.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
You know, what? Let me ask this question. Do you think Yo Gotti's behind it?
I'm gonna
Could
say
potentially be like because he wanted to get the Gotti to sign.
No, I'm gonna tell you like this here, and I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the word for it, but he wasn't physically or saying like, "Hey, you need to go do this here," or not in that way, but mentally, because you gotta look at the effect that he probably had on Shiesty. As far as, we trying to give you another chance over here with me. You feel what I'm saying? And come on, man, this man out of Memphis. This the homie. But now, he gonna put you on, cause shit. Then every artist that got it, you know what I'm saying? They doing their thing. But mentally, yeah, because you wanna feel that I'm finna go to somebody big. This man hooked in with Hove. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go to something big. And then when you get there, oh man, hey, man, we'd love to have you on board. But look, you got a little discrepancy. Man, Gucci ain't trying to let you go, man. You feel what I'm saying? Gucci ain't trying to let you go. Shit. That's when you go to think about, oh, nigga done beat me out my money, then he don't want to let me go. Oh, man, shit. Man, hey, check this out. They probably sat around, but no, got it. No, I wouldn't say got it. No, but now mentally, as far as the power of the mind or wanting to be over there with got it, yeah, nah, he probably responsible on that end. But as far as just saying Shiesty to go handle that business, nah. I look at God more as a business type person. You feel what I'm saying? I understand, eliminate shit, eliminate that there, but Gucci still living, so he didn't eliminate nothing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, God ain't got nothing to do with that there. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to go over there till got it. God gave him a chance, and and he probably put it down on, hey, this the only way that you can get out your contract. He ain't even let me buy you, so he ain't trying to let you go. Shit, you got to go over there and talk to him, handle your business. You feel what I'm saying? And that's probably about it. But as far as saying, hey, you need to go take Big 30 with you, you need to take your dad that didn't, or your dad let your dad holler on you. No, none of that. But nah, God ain't got nothing in mind. Nah. I don't see him as being that type of person.
You think out of all of the guys that got arrested, that's being charged with this crime, man, do you think somebody gonna fold?
Yeah.
Did you say yeah?
Yeah. I'm just gonna...
Who you think it's gonna be? It's gonna be who?
Man, I'm gonna be real with you. It'll be one of them no names. It ain't gonna be Big 30.
Okay.
I don't see Big 30 doing nothing. Big 30 street dude too, but a lot of street dudes tell on motherfucker. But nah, it'll be one of them no names down there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Only one I know is Big 30, Dad, and Pooh Shiesty.
Okay, now I also seen you were locked up with Craig Petty.
Oh yeah, Craig Petty, hey, man, shit. Craig Petty, big dude, little dude, bro. Craig, he did a lot. He did shit that I ain't never seen before. You know what I'm saying? As far as he come to the compound. The man is actually he got say-so in about 4, 5 cars. And when I say cars, I mean Atlanta. He like top dog of Atlanta, as far as the spokesman, being, head of the cars and shit. They listen to him. He had Atlanta, he had Georgia, he had part of Tennessee, North Carolina, he was, but to come find out, he paying these folks to stay on the compound. See, everybody knew he was hot. It wasn't no such thing as read his paperwork. We know you hot. It's all over the news, the world, you told them motherfuckers. But it's so crazy, because when I was locked up in Mason, they had all the dudes that would go holding them They holding them at Mason 3-4 years, waiting to catch Craig. And they finally caught him. And all of them flipped on Craig. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, but yeah, Craig, man, he came in, you know, Craig paying dues, you know, paying homage, you know what I'm saying? He ended up paying to be on the compound. But then you got a dude come in from Memphis. When hearing that shit, man, we don't harbor no you know, I was actually Muslim then. I was took my shahada, so, you know, but I was still tied in with the Tennessee car, the Memphis car. But I was really on my deen then, you know. But yeah, man, I talked to Craig one time, cause I ain't fuck with snitches, but I talked to him one time, and like, man, what you got going on, man? You know what I'm saying? I ain't everything doing, but I was Muslim, so I'm coming to him on like some humble type shit, you know. I'm Muslim now, but I was really on my deen. I was, you know, but I come to him on some humble shit, and he really like, he knew any day he can get fucked off, you know what I'm saying? And actually one of my partners, he came in, he was new. He ended up a couple of weeks after he was there, he like, man, nah, we don't hold no snitches in our car, man, you know what I'm saying? And he had a little staff create up. He created probably about 10, 15 times, man. Son Craig up top bleeding and shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit. And he went to the next compound.
They stabbed him in his face and everything?
Oh yeah, they stabbed, man. He stabbed Craig, man, like they say, from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet. He hit him about 15 times, you know what I'm saying? Hit him all in the back, or he tried to get away, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, my boy got hit about 15 times, all in the face, head, you know, but he didn't die though. Shit, he got up there to the double doors and they pulled him on up in that shit. That was the last I seen of him. Yep. I don't even know where he at now.
Well, you know, I wanted to ask you, you know, you had touched about this earlier, you know, before we get out of here. I wanted to ask you, you were saying that the feds will help snitches by altering their paperwork?
Yeah. Yeah. Man, folks be snitching like much. See, like I say, it's so many killings in the feds because of paperwork. You see what I'm saying? That's your highest percentage of a motherfucker getting killed in the fed because you hot. You feel in a penitentiary, you know, like I said, all of them like that, but all penitentiaries and you know, majority of the LCI, they check paperwork. Anything else, motherfucker has you download the MMC or whatever that is. I don't even know the name of it, but the way you go to the Fed and you can actually walk down the street. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yeah, paperwork, man. But yeah, you gotta have paperwork and shit, and they are alternated. Send it in. They know you're a snitch, trying to keep you alive because they might be still using it. You get the paperwork sent in because you got 30 days to get it. You know what I'm saying? Once you hit that compound, you know, like when I was over Memphis car in Pollock, I said, hey man, look, you got 30 days to get that paperwork. And then the crazy part about it, we'll sign it for you and we gonna put it in the mail. You ain't gonna put it in the mail. We gonna make sure it get in the mail. Cause the paperwork ain't back in 30 days, you going up top. You know what I'm saying? And ain't no telling how you gonna go up top. We might let you walk up there, but any other time you gonna get stabbed up, hit with locks, and they gonna punch your lights out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's they can alter that paperwork, man. Send you a paperwork that look good. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be on the compound the whole time, motherfucker. You're a cold snitch going back and forth to court. Yup. Motherfucker be wondering why you keep going to court. You telling them something else. But, you know, shit, all in all, you got them going back to court, testify on motherfucker. You going back to court, you know, doing all type of, you feel me? Yup.
Yeah, from what I hear is a lot of guys in the feds, they'll call from outside, ask people in the world like, hey, you got anybody I could tell on? And they'll start their investigation from inside the prison to help get their time reduced in there. Is that true?
Yeah, man, it's all type of game. That's why you can't do nothing now. That's why I told you somebody gonna flip on Pooh Shiesty. You know what I'm saying, man? Ain't no, man, it's hard to get a solid motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? That's on your side. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, if you got 6, 7 co-defendants, man, shit, telling on you. One of them out there, 5 gonna tell. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man,
You know, people tend to think that, from what I'm hearing in the report, that Atlantic Records is going to step in. They're trying to get Gucci to stand down. Just read a report this morning. They're thinking about they very active in trying to get the witnesses. Maybe, I don't know, you know, to try to, you know, turn away. Maybe that's what was taking so long. Man, I don't know if there's any truth to that, but I mean, I'd be scared to try to give anybody any bribe money. That's a case all in itself. But one thing I do want to say is, even if the guys say nobody does fold, they've got 2 witnesses, and one of them's the ex-police officers and one of them's the other guy, the cameraman. Either one of them 2 got to say, is it happening? It's over with.
yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? With the feds, I'm gonna tell you, they gonna come with so much, they gonna tell you what the they can give you. I mean, because actually in the feds, they gonna meet up anyway. It ain't no such thing. They give you what they want to give you, like, as far as you know, like the state do. You know what I'm saying? They gonna give you some shit, you know what I'm saying, that meet up. So when you get that time, that's just what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody gonna tell he can't get out of it, cause ain't no need of getting out of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be real with you. You do, because of the simple fact, dude done already did a diss song on you. He told in the song. The feds ain't finna let you just come on, man. You think we finna say it ain't no evidence? And after this shit happen, you tell him what's going on in the song? Yeah, he don't need the security guard. You give it all him. Just off what he did. You know what I'm saying? You done told. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no such thing as, oh, that was just a song, man. Come on, man. You supposed to be street. Keep it street. Don't write on and shit. Really, for real, if you was so motherfucking street like you be professing on your song, we wouldn't even ever knew about this here. Gucci, shit, send your goons that you talking about you have. Send them on up here to Memphis, or send them where goddamn Pooh Shiesty is. You see what I'm saying? Come on, you supposed to pay the cameraman and the security guard. Hey man, we good. Don't worry about it. Real street nigga. We finna ride out. Hey, chill out. Hey man, look, go get them boys together. Shit, Shiesty supposed to be dead somewhere. You take the police route. Whoever that took the police, somebody had to call the police. You feel what I'm saying? For us to even be talking about it. You feel? He in jail. So who the called the police? You feel what I'm saying? It was the desk or whoever, the motherfucker, the receptionist. Somebody had to call the police to get there to the incident and for Pooh Shiesty to be locked up. So somebody snitched. Who the fuck started the snitching? Now watch what happened. Shit, oh, you was there? Fed gonna make you tell it. Oh, you was there. So you telling me you was there and ain't seen nothing? No, this ain't the state.
What a lot of people don't know is that lying to a federal agent is a crime all by itself. If you lie, that's punishable by a year in jail. I don't think Gucci trying to do a day.
Man, Gucci ain't trying to do no day, cause first of all, Gucci, I mean, he ain't gonna do no day for that shit there. I mean, you gonna get the charge though. You know what I'm saying? Gucci ain't going back in no penitentiary, not no feds. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't give a fuck. That's why he probably had them went legit at what he doing. But because of that reason, he ain't trying to see no jail again. But as far as just you know, rapping and doing what, yeah, you a alright rapper. I ain't gonna say no good rapper. I ain't fuck with you since Freaky Girls way back that day. You know what I'm saying? All this new shit he got when he with the Migos and shit. All this new shit, I don't know nothing about. I don't even like that Crab Dummy bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That he got on Pooh Shiesty. But you know, yeah, man. On that I say, Gucci, you know, I don't even know you on, but you actually a real, you know, you're real, this word I won't tell, but you really you're a non-street dude, man. So just go on, lay down, man, and sit back, you feel me? On everything, cause you lost it. If a motherfucker even still listen to your music, they snitches. Snitches listen to snitches. They hang in the group together. So it don't matter if you know Gucci or not. You still listen to that man music out there bullshit.
Man, you think he should be banned just like 6ix9ine?
Yeah, for real. After 6ix9ine wasn't even the gangster rapper like Gucci. See, it's different. Gucci, you gonna be that gangster rapper. You tell a motherfucker that you ain't finna do this. You ain't finna do that. But you doing it. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, nah.
So the perspective in Memphis that he done tricked Pooh Shiesty off the street?
Yeah, he done tricked him out the street, man, and cited, you know, he did what he had to do, you feel me? And I ain't saying that just cause they're my homie, but I'm saying that there because I know the mentality of a Memphis motherfucker, cause I'm a Memphis motherfucker. You know, motherfucker, come on, man, 25, 20 million. You supposed to really be dead. I supposed to be got a murder charge. You know, on some real shit, you know. For real.
Let me ask you this question then. You know, considering, you know, he got this, it's a case going on, and do you think Gucci banned for Memphis? You think he could ever come to Memphis?
Okay, now that's like probably a better question. I mean, you know, we don't ban motherfuckers from Memphis. We just around when they come to Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Just on some real shit. We ain't gonna tell you banned or nothing. You know, Gucci, you know, come on to Memphis. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit, Gucci ain't coming down. I mean, nah, not to spare. I mean, how would we even know what he gonna come down here for? We're not finna listen. You're not finna do no music, nothing now. We ain't finna go see.
He was just had a performance in Bessemer, Alabama, which I believe that's where he from, somewhere in Birmingham.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, if he go on tour and they get a tour date, he could never. You think he would show up for a tour date in Memphis?
Nah.
You don't think anybody will show up?
It ain't the point of the motherfucker showing up. Is, you know, you in the city. We ain't even tripping on you talking about you got a concert. You finna come down here and do something. Now the thing is, we looking at this here. You finna pop up in Memphis. Oh boy, we finna get you. Or the motherfucker that I ain't gonna say we, but the motherfucker that ride with Shiesty. That his gang. You know what I'm saying? His people. You feel what I'm saying? Man, they gonna blow your ass out down here. That real talk. He ain't gonna come to Memphis.
Man, it must be something in the water, man. You remind me, you know, I be watching Interview, man, and I caught on to this guy, man. He from Memphis, man, and man, I actually like his style, man. You know, he was involved with the Young Dolph. I don't know if you know Govan Hernandez. You know, he be popping it hard, man. And y'all got the same flavor, man. You kind of remind me of him. Yeah, so I just want to put that in there. You know, he be really talking this shit. Do you know Govan or Hernandez or not?
I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just know of him, but I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be real. I don't know him. You know, I really can't even tell. I'm just being real. I can't even really tell you nothing on him. I mean, I see him. I really didn't follow the dog. You know, even though I knew dog when he was little, he used to shoot dice with my brother. You know what I'm saying, Jermaine? You know, yeah, shout out to my brother Jermaine too, you know what I'm saying? Got the hot wing spot up there in LA, man. You know, from
What's
Memphis,
the name of it?
Man, from Memphis with love, man. Hey, he came up with a hell of a name, man. He up there in LA, Memphis, from Memphis with love, man. Y'all look him up, man. He probably had 5 hot wings up there. He doing that thing. But yeah, man,
okay,
yeah,
cool,
only thing I know, man, you know, Dog was just, you know, Dog was, I'm trying to see what type of, when you put Dog for his music, because Gotti really put the city, like, you know, beside 8-Ball them, he actually kept the city pumping, you know what I'm saying? You know, we had our little local shit, but, you know, Gotti really pumped the city with his music. and got our name just, we always had a name, but with the music thing, he really just pumped it, you know what I'm saying? Out the 3-6, all them. Actually, Wild 3-6 was going, he was pumping, you know, but Govan, man, he I can't say that he masterminded, I can't say, but like I said, he had nine. Them niggas there.
Well, I saw an interview, man, and you know, man, Govan, you know, when I listened to him talk, like I said, he's no dummy, and he said something that stood out to me. He said that when I can't think of the guy whoever drove the getaway car after he just came from Makita's Cookies, and the guy that actually hit him with the chopper or whatever.
Yeah.
He said the car ended up being parked right across the street from his house somewhere in South Memphis, right?
Right.
He said his phone started ringing, and people saying, I know damn well you ain't got nothing to do with that because you ain't gonna let nobody park this car nowhere near your house like that. So it can't be none of your work. So
Yeah.
I think I respect Govan Hernandez just off him saying that. Like he ain't that damn, you know, he may be loose and crazy, but he wouldn't have no car parked street from his crib. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's kind of his way of saying he ain't had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Why would he park a car across the street from his house? You know, so.
I mean, you know, only thing I say, like, with that there, I don't know if he had anything to do with it or nothing like that there, but he's kind of, I ain't gonna say banned from Memphis. He actually just say can't have a good time and walk in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no telling who lying to see him and pop his ass. You feel me? You know, shit happen, man. You know, man, Memphis ain't playing. You see, shit, come on. Motherfucker, you know you got ops, but you want to come back to the city. You ain't in the city no more. Stay on out where you know what I'm saying. So if he come back to the city, he's suicidal. You feel what I'm saying?
It's that serious.
It really is. Shit, look what happened to Juke.
Yeah, man.
You
Rest
see what
in
I'm
peace
saying?
on Juke. Yeah, that's crazy.
Dolph just was a nigga that never did leave out the city. He always, you could catch Dolph riding around the city any day, any time of the day. Camouflage car, you know what I'm saying? You gonna see him. You know, he just was that type of dude, you know. Shit.
And rest in peace to Dolph, too.
Yeah, man, you know.
Rest in peace to the whole, all the guys in Memphis, man. Y'all going through it down there, man. Man, I just want to ask you one more question. You know, I had heard this story, and I wanted to know, I want to switch going back into the feds. And you had mentioned something about Meech being in jail. Not that you was locked up with him, but you heard that, you know, a lot of guys be trying to find ways to make money. Like you said, you know, you said Finesse found this little twist in jail. You know, cats find their little twist way to make money.
Right.
You said Big Meech was selling pictures while he was in jail?
Yeah, man, Big Meech was over, man. Listen, true story, man. Big Meech was in, he was in, he was in Beaumont. And he was over the, like, you know, visitation. Like, when you go out there, go take visitation, go to visitation, you come back in, get your little picture ticket, you can take with your girl, whatever. He was the cameraman. You feel what I'm saying? So.
Really?
Yeah, he was the cameraman. Even when you go get tickets out the canteen, you want to just take pictures with your partner and them out on the yard or something. He was the picture man. He didn't want to take your picture. So, I don't know how he came up with it, but I guess he like, shit, I'm worth money. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of motherfuckers were probably asking him, hey man, take a picture with me. You know, cause he's a celebrity. You feel what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers that don't know how to handle celebrities. You know, shit, me personally, you just another person. I mean, you can tell me how you got to me, and if I'm into that ball game, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? But if I ain't in it, then that ain't happening. But, you know, yeah, Misha, you go out there, go to visitation, man, that Big Meech, you know, somebody gonna tell they people anyway, you know, that Big Meech right there, you know what I'm saying? And oh yeah, cause you know, people that's out in the free world be actually fascinated when they see a celebrity. Like they come into the place, you visit, oh yeah, that Big Meech. You know what I'm saying? That BG, oh, damn, ooh, can I go there and holler at me? You know, some people be like that when they come visit. So, you know, they won't take pictures. Can we take a picture with Big Me? That probably how it started off. And then when they asked him, he like, shit, I'm tired charging them motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Take a picture with me, you feel me? And he was charging $50 a picture. And shit,
Damn.
you gotta look at it every time visitation, shit, he getting 20 motherfuckers to take pictures with him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at, you know, just imagine everybody that got a picture of Big Me in penitentiary. One of them might surface. It gonna be some surface, cause he took a picture with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? He charged a lot of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much money he made off of it, but he made a nice little grip. You hear me? Yeah.
Okay, cool. Man, I just want to ask you one last question before we sign off, man, and get out of here, man. Man, if you could speak, you know, directly, man, for your city and for the city of Memphis, man, if you could say something, man, to Pooh Shiesty, man, you know, what would you say?
Man, I'm gonna say it like this here. You know, cause I got a chance to meet the youngster, you know what I'm saying? He got a good mind. I tell him, man, you know, hey, you know, Shiesty, man, you know what I'm saying? I hate it had to go like that there, but I understand why it went like that. You feel me? Cause, you know, and I'm not just saying no vice lord saying, you know, I got it tatted around my chin, you know what I'm saying? I just got the beard on, you know, cause you from Memphis. I feel it because I'm you and you are me, you know what I'm saying? We shared this city together, you know what I'm saying? We were raised in this city. I might not have to know you over here, but I know your pain, you know what I'm saying? Because Memphis is actually a big old hood, man. You know, I didn't see other cities that fucked up too, but Memphis is fucked up, you know what I'm saying? We done hit the murder capital, you know, shit like that there, you know, motherfuckers putting switches on shit. They doing it for free now. Every motherfucker got a drum hooked on to it, you know what I'm saying? So, Shiesty, man, you know, free my knee, you feel me? I mean, you know, I ain't never believed in you talk shit in existence, but, you know, with the shit that's going on now, man, only thing I say, man, Shiesty, I hope you get up out of there, man. It ain't looking too good, but I hope it, you know, cause first of all, it ain't looking too good cause you got too many co-defendants. You know what I'm saying? You got too many. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna flip. I'm just gonna be real with you. You know, so, but I hope everything go all right, man. To me, the worst scenario with Shiesty is he gets some time but don't get much. You know what I'm saying? No more than 10 years. You know what I'm saying? And he'll be 34, he'll be 35 years old getting out. You know what I'm saying? So 10 years, man, whoever the dude judge is, man, hey, you know, if you watch it, Capone News, man, you know what I'm saying? Hey, remember me saying this, man, take your light on it. You just a youngster that need, you know, a little guidance, that's all. You know, you're a good dude. You know what I'm saying? Man, he just got a Memphis mentality. You know, you're gonna put that motherfucker on you. You know, you gonna put that pistol on you, you gonna do whatever, but, you know, I hope you get out because your music career, you got a lot to say. I ain't gonna say he got a lot to say, he got a lot of influence on the youngsters in Memphis. You feel what I'm saying? He might got more of a influence, him, Big 30, you know, a couple other rappers, you know what I'm saying, youngsters, D Moolah, you know, these folks actually, through their music, these youngsters out here, they listen to it and they do it. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't no such thing now as that, oh, that's a bad influence. I don't even know nothing about no bad influence. They do what a motherfucker talk about, you know what I'm saying? For real. Oh, we slide on a motherfucker, we do this here, you know, and I always told my mama, it get deeper than, you know, what we looking at. You know, if you want to goddamn, they want to stop this motherfucking violence in the United States or whatever, I mean, and it's hard, I hate to say it, because I listen to it. You got to ban rap music. Just plain and simple, man. You know what I'm saying? You
Got a
don't see,
band rap.
yeah, I ain't finna tell you no bull. You don't see no, I just say this here. You don't see, I'm gonna keep it 100. Fuck it. You don't see no white folks out there killing each other over no motherfucking country music.
No, not at all.
You don't see no Muslims out there killing each other over no salat. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't see nobody else doing. Who killing motherfuckers over love song? You might get one person out of a year kill a motherfucker about a love song cause goddamn they didn't got cheating on and they just didn't went to a different level. But
Crime of passion type stuff, you know. Yeah, I see that.
Killing motherfuckers over that rap. I use a switch, Draco on you. You know what I'm saying? Put you down, all this type of shit. Yeah, ops over here don't want. Man, come on, man. These children grow up, man. Shit, my grandchildren love King Von. They rap every song, every time. Come on, they rap every song. And I might be a part of it because I let them listen to it. You know what I'm saying? But I look at it as the children that's growing up now, man, and I see the generation getting tougher and tougher in certain ways. I actually teach my children, man, the streets, and I teach them that I don't play about school. So, you know, I kind of give them both worlds. You know what I'm saying? Look, you're going to learn the streets because when your school work, because you got motherfuckers that done been to college and everything and still can't find a job. You see what I'm saying? So when your school and your book work don't work out for you as far as your income, shit, your street knowledge gonna help you out. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I teach them both sides. You know what I'm saying? I don't play about school and this is what you're gonna do in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Watch your granddad. You know, I'm just gonna be real. That type parent I ain't watch your granddad. There's certain stuff I do around, certain stuff I won't. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see this what the streets is, cause my mama was the streets. My grandmama was the streets. Showed enough was streets. You feel me? When they nicknamed me Killah. You feel what I'm saying? Shit. You know, grandmama shot a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Grandmama shot a couple motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Grandmama, and it's so crazy because as I got older, and I hated this. My family had, you know, she was in an old folks home, man. And I don't know how much time we got, but I wanted to vent on my grandma real quick. You feel me?
No, go ahead. You good.
You know, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, grandma.
Yeah, Bert, you know what I'm saying? Love her. You know what I'm saying? That woman there, she spit out some real gangsters in her family, man. You feel me? We were hustlers. You know what I'm saying? We done been through the whole life, you know. My mama, you know, was young, 14, she pregnant with me, my dad was 25. So you could imagine, you know, nigga, you know, my dad is 25, yeah, I said it right. We're putting a dig on my mama at 14, you feel what I'm saying? So, you know, they popped out with me.
That didn't go over well.
Yeah, you know, they popped out with me, and then, you know, after that, you know, but grandmama, man, she did her thing. Raised motherfuckers, showed tough love to all the kids. And we, you know, I used to go out there and see her, take her little cigarettes up there. Yeah, grandma was a real gangster though, shot motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? My mama was you know, she was a trick baby, you know what I'm saying? I love my mom. She actually got me on block right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we go back and forth, man. I put her on block then, she'll put me on block when we get back to talking, but she got me on block right now. I love you too, mom. But yeah,
Okay.
my grandmom did a lot of shit, man.
Okay. Well, man, I want to say, man, thanks for coming, you know, man, for the first time on the show. And man, giving us your perspective, man, and holding it down for Memphis and sharing your stories from what you've been through and your struggles with your family and, you know, representing North Memphis. And man, this is official Busy B, man, and I'm signing off with Cam Capone News, man. Man, thanks for coming, man, and
Hey,
man, look forward to seeing you next time and on some other platforms.
Okay, appreciate it.
What's up? This Cam Capone. If you want to hear these interviews with all the cuss words in it, all the stuff we had to take out because YouTube makes us cut a lot out, all you gotta do is become a member. Hit that button.